The movie begins as a quiet riverside where Sergei Aleshkov managed to climb up a tree and, after reaching the top, brags to his mom and older brother. Suddenly, the peace is disturbed when a plane makes a dive on their direction. Sergei then grabs his slingshot and imagines to hit the plane with pine cones and destroying them. It was actually a dream, and Sergei wakes up in the middle of the night when he hears a loud bang on the door. A lady barges in and is relieved to see the young boy alive. She tries to convince Sergei to come with her and act as his son, since his mom and older brother were killed along with the partisans. But it was too late. Kraut patrols are on the way to the house. The lady forces Sergei to escape through the window and run. As he runs away, many of the houses in the village are burned down. Sergei gets lost in the dark and misty forest. When morning comes, he goes by the river to hydrate, and after drinking his fill, he hears some men speaking in a foreign language. He runs to the closest tree to take cover just in time for 3 Nazi soldiers making their way down the river. The Germans then starts a fire to cook some food. Meanwhile, Sergei sees a snake above his head, but manages to stay quiet until the Nazis leave. Later, Sergei continues to navigate through the forest. It's been days since he last ate, and so, when he saw some berries on the ground, he didn't hesitate to eat them. Then explosions blast in the background, surprising the young boy. Later, he starts seeing things and becomes paranoid that someone is lurking behind him. But Sergei stands tall and shouts behind him. The next day, a couple of Russian scouts finds him and brings him to base. Commander Kuznetsov, who's in charge of that side of the front, explains to Sergei that they are on the same side and comforts him. Sergei, in response, introduces himself and shakes the commander's hand like how a much older person would. Everyone feels for the injured young boy and attends to him, to Sergei's wounds. Each time she rubs some, he winces in pain, and so Katya agrees to draw a tank to distract and please him when the kid starts asking questions about the front. Some of the injured soldiers beside him answer him politely. Soon, Kuznetsov goes to the makeshift hospital to see the condition of his man and talk with Sergei. The innocent child shares in detail what he has to go through and then starts taking an interest in the commander's medals and pistol. After being given the chance to hold the commander's pistol, he then shows off the tank on his stomach. Moments later, when the commander is on the way to the front lines, Katya asks the commander's permission if they can let the child stay. She explains that, but the commander declines the request, stating that the front lines aren't a place for a child. Some of the soldiers visit Sergei in the makeshift hospital from time to time. On one occasion, they even brought him a binocular and some apples as a present. One evening, Katya shares with her fellow nurse that she can't sleep because she keeps on worrying and thinking that she'll never see Sergei again if they send him away. But she wasn't alone. Some of the soldiers feel the same. They all keep on requesting the commander to let the boy stay, since many of them grow attached to Sergei and he keeps